Good evening from England. Welcome to my channel Vasanthi in London. So today we are going to discuss deep about self-branding and self-efficacy. What is the difference between self-branding and self-efficacy? What it is and why we needed self-branding and self-efficacy. So is it right? Is it useful for us in our daily life, or that means in a professional life, in personal life? Yes, it is. It's one of the marketing key concept. So I'm into management, so marketing management is one of the key segment. If you wanted to promote yourself, if you wanted to promote your company, if you wanted to promote your website, social media, everything comes under marketing. So this is also one of the marketing strategy, self-branding and self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is a concept and it's a psychological concept. I will discuss it, what it is exactly, but self-branding is very important. What it is, why it is, people, why they name it self, like why you have to tell about yourself. So here we are going to discuss in my video why we need it, what we need it, how we need it. So all that is about self-branding. Self-branding is a marketing concept. That means, what is the meaning of self-branding? Means unique selling experience and a unique selling price, or unique selling. If it is a product, if it is a service, if it is a company, that it comes under a unique selling price, unique selling something it comes under. If it is a person, particularly about yourself, if you're, what is your unique nature, what is your speciality, what is your creativity, how you define yourself, how to, means what you are exactly. So that is nothing but a self-branding in a personal perspective, but in company terms it is like unique selling. Okay, USP, we call it as a unique selling price, a unique selling personality, what you sell to the world, what you're selling to the world. Yeah, either you're selling your skill, either you're selling what you're exactly, what you are. Exactly. If you are telling, yes, I'm Vasanthi Saraswati. So what it is Vasanthi Saraswati? Everyone asked me. So I'm into management. I dealt with projects. So this is what I can say about myself. I had an experience in IT and I dealt with ERP projects. So this is what I can name it myself as a self-branding. And I am into research. I'm doing research on GDP, gross domestic product, and economic values and ups and downs of the economy. So this is all about me. So what it is about you, how you define yourself, how to define. So all we are seeing in a social media, so many influences. So influencers also comes under one of the self-branding. They're promoting themselves in Instagram, in Twitter, in TikTok, and in YouTube, everywhere. YouTube is, we are specifically designed for a YouTube content creators because we are creating something. So this is a different segment, but rest of the social media is depending on the personality. And because most of the YouTubers, they have to create something content, so creativity and something design. But when it comes to other platforms, like in social media platforms, you don't need it, you don't require anything. So that's what you're, maybe either you can take a shot and you can keep it and you can get a lot of views and you will become an influencer. So that is a different segment and this is different. So that comes into the marketing. That is all about the marketing, what, how you are promoting yourself, how we are doing it in a normal phenomenal and in a general perspective of the public, how they are working on a lot of influencers outside. So a lot of people, how they are doing it. So that's just a difference between, but it's not a distinguish or something, it's just a difference. So here comes under the self-branding, why we require in a personal life and professional life. Yes, we need it in a professional life. First take it in a professional life, then we'll come to the personal life, because professional life is more important and even personal life as well. So but we are all professionals, okay, we know how to attend interview, how to behave with everyone, we are well managed, well maintained, everything. But why we require self-branding? And I'll give you one example here. Without a self-branding, you cannot distinguish yourself in the market. How do you distinguish your CV? What it is saying about, is it just about yourself, just what special you are. So why should I hire you? If I'm running a company, so you're applying to my company, so I just need assurance what it is, what special you're standing out of the crowd. So everyone have a lot of skills. Everyone, they know Excel, they know PowerPoint, they know coding, they know something, they know they're done something, they have lots of experience, and they do even certification. So how do you distinguish from other people? So that is all your self branding. So there, how you say about yourself, this is what I have done it, this is what I have done it, this is what the situations I dealt with, this is what I've overcome the weakness as my strength. So this is all you club together and put it in a CV, and you sell yourself to the company as it is a self branding. It is very important when you are doing this. So you just have to focus on the skills which you are expert on that. So a lot of people, they do the mistake, like especially in the CVs, what they do it, they don't know the skills. Just they see the job description and they will keep it. But how much that you can justify your CV, that is very important. Yes, you have to sell yourself in the market. That I agree with you. But how much extent that you're selling it without knowing your skill, without you know yourself how much you're efficient in that skill, so that you don't do it. You should not, because that is a problem to you later on. Okay, you can clear the interview, you can go and join in the company and you start working on, they wanted that skill alone. So how, what you do you manage the skill, or you acquire the skill at that time, or before going and you will train yourself to the skill? So this, you have to be self-aware. Self-branding, self-aware is also very important. So when you are selling it, when means when you're telling yourself, when you're selling yourself to the company, so when you're telling this is what my expert, I am doing this, I'm working on. So you should be aware that how much extent that you can give to the company. Is that skill there required, is urgent, and you really have an experience, then keep it in CV and apply it and go through the interview. Then you won't get any problem at the time of work, okay, when you're performing the work. But mistakenly you just copied from the job description and you applied it and you gone through it, and when you step into the organization, there are the problem. So there you have to manage, you cannot manage so many things at a time. So you should be expert in the skill. So that is very important, because a lot of people are making the mistakes. So apply the relevant jobs, that is one thing. So you cannot get rejected, that is one. And you will get the proper calls from the interviews. And when you are doing the proper self branding of yourself, then you will get what it is exactly from the company as well. So self branding is very important in professional life, whatever that you work, whatever the field that you're working, either it is entry level or it is a mid level or it is a senior level, everything it matters is, but how you're coping up, what you're putting, what you're keeping in resume, and you have to be expert in that. And never copy from the job description to get the job, because afterwards it will be a problem for you if you're not expert in that. So keep in mind, when you're doing the self branding as well, be aware what you're keeping in your resume. And self branding in social media, come to the very interesting topic about social media. So we're seeing it, it's like a self branding is so good, and you have to show so many things, like physically, and some people, they create some content, interesting concepts and designs, they will show it. And some are like writers, some are like musicians, they will show, they will sing, they will dance, whatever the skill they have, they will show it in social media. That is a self branding, but they use it in a different promotional activities, like creating awareness and creating something like ads, they will do it. So all this all self branding. But when come to the YouTube content creation, this is a very bigger chapter. Everybody will definitely, they will stuck sometime and stagnate, and they will like, they cannot do and perform when you're working with YouTube. And if you take your channel as serious, this is really so, because self branding is very important, because we can start at one point, like, yes, I wanted to start some YouTube channel, I wanted to share my knowledge, I wanted to share my skill, I wanted to something that you do with content creation with YouTube. But where we are, so some people, they're really shy and they cannot show their face to the camera, and they have a lot of fear and they cannot exhibit. So that's a problem. They will hide and they use the something like a chat gpt. They can use it, they can hide everything and they can create the content. So that's people are doing it. But when you're creating the content, how you're branding yourself, so many people I saw in a YouTube content creation, they struggled when they started. And when they are like a consistency and persistence, they're not. So sometimes they're producing one kind of a content, and sometimes it is beyond going and they're producing the other, they're giving the other content. So it is keep on moving. So self branding will also change according to the situations, according to your phenomena, according to your interest, and according to your views, according to your niche as well. So what is the niche? So here we can get it from analytics. So what is the niche? Who is watching it and who are interested in it by the search engines, or what they're interested, how they're searching your content. That is also important. When you're promoting yourself in YouTube, particularly, especially in YouTube, just pay attention where the niche is. So we're really stuck. We don't know which niche we belongs. So we do a lot of content. Even I started as for visa guidance, but I'm just working on a visa guidance as well, and UK life as well. It is like a minute, it becomes such a very less. And now I'm sharing my knowledge in management perspectives, how it is, because I saw the views are more when I'm sharing my knowledge in management better than like a visa guidance. So I do give the visa guidance, but it has changed. So this is what, that is my experience, my personal experience in self branding. So that's where I started, and now I am here like sharing my management concept. That is all completely. So this is self branding in professional life and in personal life. How do you do the professional life? Is companies, when you are applying, you should be aware what you are keeping in your resume, and you should be expert and exhibit those knowledge and those skills when you are stepping into the organization. When you're doing the content creation and in social media, so be aware what your skill is and how you're showing yourself. Some people are beautiful, so they wanted to show their figure, their, like, they are into beauty field and they wanted to pursue their career in beauty, so they are showing it. And some people, their poetry, their like coffee, something, it is like all depends on them. So what area, which area they are interested, so they are showcasing. So they are using the platforms very wisely. That is good. And content creation that I explained to you, YouTube is wider concept. And niche, finding the niche is a very bigger and tough task, but we can find the niche as well. So come in personal life, how do you brand yourself? So especially when you go on relationships, how to brand yourself, we don't know, because sometimes we don't know how to behave with other people, because they may be different, you may be different, you don't know how to interact with them and how to do yourself. So the simple thing is, be cool, be calm when you are going in a unknown persons, like unknown crowd or something. So first quiet and observe the people, how they're reacting, how their words they're doing it, then mingle with that. So don't do your self branding like this, that, and you came from this background, that background. You don't need to introduce yourself. Just calm nature is your self branding. Just calm and observation skills are the most predominant self branding that you can exhibit when you are in a crowd, when you are in an unknown place. Just observe the air surroundings, just observe the people, how they're, and how they're reacting, how they are talking, how they are behaving. So everything calm, with a calm nature, and with then you can proceed it. Then how you just come, just 5-10 minutes, observe the crowd, observe the situation, where it is, how it is, then go and talk to them. Anyone, if you feel comfortable to talk to them, then talk. That is in a personal life, that when you are in normal. If you're with your people that you know how to behave, and you no need of self branding, but only in a social gathering how you brand yourself. So don't go and tell at a time without knowing the crowd, without knowing the people. So don't sell yourself. And especially in the conferences I observed, and in business shows, I've been into business shows and conferences, there people are like they sell themselves because it's a conference. So we are in an example I can give you, that I went to the project management conference. So they're from different industrial backgrounds, and they were all sharing their knowledge, and they're literally selling themselves, like this is what. Don't, you no need to speak high of your experiences or what it is. It is just a knowledge sharing, and a conference is nothing but bringing the new concepts and new problematic situations, and to provide the solutions to the world and to the field. That is the purpose of the conference. But I've seen a lot of people there overly selling themselves. So that's how it is. You no need to introduce that this, just introduce your name and what you're doing it. That is what, when you're going in a conference, so be aware this is what you have to behave. But what I even feel, and one of the mentor, she even spoke about don't sell yourself overly. So that's, she even specified. I literally like the end of the session, the mentor, she gave this advice to everyone. Might be she might have noticed everything, that people are selling themselves more. So this is what, self branding is important, but how extent, how much that you means you tell yourself is very very cautious about yourself before going it. So this is all self branding in personal and professional life. And what is the self efficacy? It's a psychological concept, and it was it's introduced by Albert. And this concept is very new. It's like a capability of yourself, and self awareness, and self assurance, and self confidence. We are all confident in every way. Are you confident in every situation? Are you confidently talk to anyone? Are you confidently deal with your personal situations and personal professional situations? This is what self assurance. When everything is gone, okay, you're in a wrong situation, you're in a pathetic situation, imagine it. And how do you handle that? That means that talk about your self efficacy. That is very important. We are forgetting it actually. So how much self efficacy we have? We all have it, but how much that we have it? I'm just remembering, recapping it, nothing else. This is not at all the new concepts, or it is all lying in a management itself. No, we are living with all this concept. I'm just remembering and recapping and giving the confidence to you. That's it. Because I have observed a lot of people, their lack of self-esteem, and they are like overly smart. They're doing it, means they're showing, and sometimes they're very low. So that's why, so don't ever feel, just recap your situations, how much you dealt previously when you're down, or when you feel sad, or when you failed first time in exams, or when you failed somewhere in some situations at job, you could not perform it, and somewhere in a relationship you might have done something wrong with a partner and they left you, or something happened in your life, it was a trauma or it was something. So how you dealt, that means a self assurance, and how much you give assurance to yourself, and how much you there for yourself. This is called a self-efficacy. So this is a psychological concept. I just wanted to recap it, because we are forgetting, and we are in busy schedules. And again, okay, you work means 8 hours or 10 hours in a day, and come back to house, means come back and reach your home, and you will be feel like you're feeling alone. Why you're feeling alone? And you're feeling lonely. Okay, why you're feeling that? Why? And investigate it. So if you're alone and if you're single, so how you're engaging yourself? As I said earlier in the videos also, the emotional intelligence is very important. So that's how aware about your emotions is also one of the self-efficacy, I can say. Self-assurance. So the negative situations, how you're coping up, this is a psychological concept. Really, it is very important, because all people, I'm seeing a lot of YouTube videos that people are exhibiting their emotions like, I don't have any friends. I was shocked by seeing it. It was from US. and she's just like a 20 years girl, and she's telling, I don't have any friends. Oh my god. And someone's saying it, I'm alone. She's also from US and somewhere in UK, so somewhere in Netherlands. I've seen a lot of videos. She said, I felt alone. I'm broken, so I failed. This is all negative. Negative situations are all common in life, but how much assurance that you're giving to yourself, how much self-aware about yourself, that is very important. You should be self-efficacy. You have this ability, but we are forgetting it. So once the breakup has done, so dust it, forget the situation, and cut off the trauma, whatever you have, because whatever the done has done the wrong thing. So that's whatever. Don't ever blame yourself, don't ever blame the other person even. So the situations, everything matters. The situation, good and bad situations, the situation is not right, the situation is not good, the consequence has not happened. So just blame the time, just blame the time and leave the person. Make yourself peace. Whatever I said, it is make yourself comfortable in a peace and a calm situation. Okay, that is called a self-efficacy, and self-awareness is very, very important, and self-assurance. Once it is done it, because I've seen a lot of young people, they are fallen in love and breakups and again relationships, and they're not working out. It is not working out. Maybe there are misunderstandings, maybe something, some fights, something, some egos, something it is happening in their mind and in their head. And it's even in the like engaged teenage people and even the middle-aged peoples, everyone have this kind of a thing. But once it is done, once the breakup has done, she said, he said, done, everything, go on, move on in your life. And that is all self-efficacy. It is very important. Don't ever judge the other people, and be opinionate yourself. Okay, this is what the situation is, so this is my opinion about him, her, whatever the situation is. So just it's an opinion. I cannot judge, because you cannot judge. You don't know their situations. How can you judge them? So we should not judge anyone. So we should be wise enough to deal with your own emotions and to say and gain your self-confidence again from the negative situations is called as a self-efficacy. So this is very important in marketing. Why it is important in marketing? So product self-efficiency and efficacy is important. How do you say that product is so good and service is so good? That means assurance. We are giving the assurance like a quality checks is nothing but a product efficacy and service efficacy. That is all called in a organization, and as per the product and services as per the management side, I can say. That's a small simple example that everyone. So how much assurance, that quality assurance and the quality and like accreditations, and sometimes it is like from certifications, and sometimes this is what certified, this is what it's proven from the lab. This is all nothing but efficacy of the product or the service. So the rewards, not only the rewards, the reviews is also. So it's just we are distinguish the product, and we are distinguish the service and how satisfied you are, and you're telling to that. That's all in a business. But in personal life, this is what I'm telling you. Whoever there, whoever outside. So when you went through long breakup and a trauma, it was a trauma, very big trauma, and it was a bond, emotional attachment, and it was something beyond the physical or something. Don't ever cast your valid emotions on anyone in this world, because no one is permanent in our world. So we have to stand for ourselves. We have to be there for ourselves. So that is called self-efficacy and self-assurance. Okay, you have to give yourself, I'm there for myself. They don't know. So all your best friends may not be there for you perhaps. Indeed, they never be with you. And all the time, your parents never be with you. Your siblings don't, and your partner, no way. It never be possible. So you are there for yourself. So the first thing is engage yourself and enjoy your alone time and be in a mental peace and inside. That is important. mental peace and mental health. That is very important. And then physically fit you should be. So, okay, the breakup is over, just dust it and be happy, whatever it happens. The bad relationship or a good relationship also sometimes ends because of because good relationships will be always boring, I'm telling you. Because it's a long, it will go on, because the same harmony between the couple, nothing, not much fights, nothing is there. It's a calm, quiet, it's all going on, understanding. She tells, he will understand, he will tell, and she will understand. It's like a long, it's like a marriage bond, and it's long, it will go on. The boring, sometimes we don't know, because of boring also people break up. So that's all, it happens, bad or a good, everything it ends. There is some point end. So that end point you should be aware. You should be self-efficacy, means you should aware about yourself, how to deal when everything went south or when everything gone right, or whatever it has. So take it. If it is giving delightful moment, enjoy the delightful moment. If it is throwing a very bad situation at you, just a smile. Oh, this is the situation, I have to learn then. So I have to show to myself here. So no one is there for me, I have to be there. I have to be confident, I have to show to myself. So this is what you have to do. This is what the difference between self-branding and self-efficacy. And very important, don't ever ignore both in your personal life and professional life. This is also one of the key marketing concept, but it is very useful in our personal life. So I drifted more into personal life than a professional life, because we have to be aware, because I've seen a lot of videos how people are showing their emotions. Just wanted to give an idea and tip, maybe, hope so it is helpful to you guys, and you might have enjoyed my video and it's all entertained. Someone is texting me, so I have to check it. So see you again in other video. Thank you.